Hey everybody, it's Sadie here. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, as always, if there's any background noise, it's probably my cat. It's snowing outside right now, and she likes looking out the window at the snow and then randomly tries to attack it even though the window's in the way, so hopefully she doesn't make too much noise. My next video was supposed to be my channel avatar redesign, but I decided last minute, like literally yesterday morning, that I really wanted to do a Valentine's themed video artwork. So this video was kind of like a speed run. Not too much planning went into it, obviously, since it was so last minute. The composition idea was like something I came up with while I was busy talking to other people. And then once I got to my computer, I took some time to refine stuff, just brought in some quick images and like moved them around to get a better idea of what the composition would look like. That didn't take very long. The hardest thing probably in like doing the sketching process was deciding a pose for the Chibi. I knew I wanted her sitting on the box, but I didn't know exactly like how I wanted her to be sitting. But overall that wasn't like, it didn't take that long, but it was probably the longest part of the sketching. I know that like a couple things, like originally in my head I was thinking red roses, but then I wanted the box of chocolates to be red. Like I really wanted the box of chocolates to be red, which means that there needed to be some kind of contrast between the box and the roses. And at first I was thinking pink, but then there's already other like pink things in the design. So I went with like a purple lavender instead, which I like how that turned out. Everything else, like everything was pretty much, I was just coming up with things as I went. The color palette was fairly random except for stuff like the strawberries. I got an actual picture of a strawberry and like color picked from it, but everything else was kind of just as I went. I didn't really put too much thought into what was going on. One thing that was kind of really frustrating is after I was working, like I'd been working on the coloring and then I left to go eat dinner and I came back and I worked on the coloring again for another hour or so and then realized that during that whole hour I had not pressed the record button again to start recording. So a whole hour of footage was like lost and I wasn't going to undo all of that hour of work just to get it re-recorded again. I didn't have time for that. So that's why there's like a random point where it just like suddenly jumps to having details like in the background and the roses and some shading and stuff that wasn't there previously because I forgot to press the record button. And then also I don't know what was going on. Maybe it's just because I was trying to get this done so quickly, but like I kept coloring on the wrong layer, which I do every now and then, but it's like over and over I kept finding myself being on the wrong layer. I was so focused on getting this done quickly that I was not putting enough attention to making sure I was coloring on the right layers. Something new that I did, like normally all of my line art is above, all the line art layers are above the coloring layers so that the line art shows up above the coloring. The only time that I have a layer that's above the line art is sometimes for like highlights if I want them to show up over the top of the line art, especially for the eyes. But this time, the way that the hair was drawn, the hair overlapped the eyes a bit, and so I wanted the line art of the eyes to show through. So instead I did it like coloring for most of the body, then the line art for the body, then the line art for the eyes, and then the coloring for the hair. And then, or no, I guess it was color for the body, then the eyes, the eye line art, then the coloring for the hair, and then the body, the rest of the line art for the body. Anyways, and then on the hair I tried doing, like the bangs have a lower opacity than the rest of the hair so the eyes show through, that took a bit getting used to. Like I had to make sure that the background was all, or underneath the hair, everything was all like painted in with one color so that it wasn't, because otherwise since the hair was not fully opaque, if everything wasn't the same color in the background then it would show lines and stuff. So That was kind of my first time trying that, I think. So it took a little bit getting used to, but I like the effect that it came out with in the end. Also, so I don't know why I had such a hard time with the eyes for this. Normally doing eyes is like my favorite part. Maybe it's just because I haven't done a chibi in a while, and so like the eyes are so huge on a chibi, they're kind of like a centerpiece. So more attention needs to be put into them, and then maybe like eyes on a more normally proportioned character. And I don't know. So it took a little bit to get that done. I had to look at a couple different references and still wasn't exactly what I wanted. But, you know, finally I got somewhere. I also tried doing like, I mean, I see artists do this a lot where sometimes they have like the little sparkles in the eye and sometimes they do special shapes. So I tried doing like the little heart sparkle since it's Valentine's Day, right? Which normally I don't put like special shaped sparkles in. I also forgot to mention in the last video, so I had said in my Garden Witch video that next time I was going to try vector line art, and then I totally forgot to talk about it in my Cade character design video, which was the first time that I tried doing the vector layer in Clip Studio for line art, and it's so amazing. I understand now why people are always like talking about how good it is. It just made the whole process go so much smoother. The vector eraser is so nice for erasing like lines that intersect, and it's so much easier to like sometimes there's a line where like ideally when you draw a line you get the whole thing done in one stroke, but sometimes that's not always possible. And I know that was probably one of my least favorite thing doing line art was having to connect a new line to a previous line that I'd already drawn because it was too long to do in one stroke. But with the vector liner, it makes it a lot easier to do that, especially with the vector eraser also. It's just a lot easier to fix and stuff. So that was really nice. It really streamlined my line art process. I'll probably always use vector line art now. I don't think I'll ever go back to not using vector. It's just so much easier. Yeah, so overall, I had a lot of fun like doing this piece. Like some of my other past pieces, I took a lot more serious. This was kind of something that I just wanted to have fun with. I messed around using, I think I used like a cross-hatching brush in the background just to make like a random background. And yeah, everything was just done super quickly, and I just wanted to kind of do a piece that I had fun with. And I don't really think there's much else I have to say about this. It was just something that I did, you know, spontaneously. So I hope you will enjoy the rest of the video, and happy Valentine's Day. Okay, so that is the finished Valentine's Day piece. I don't have a special name for it for the character since it was all like last minute and just for fun. The next video will be the channel avatar redesign. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope you have a nice day. Bye!